Sexy spaces and places.
Cool. Hey guys, it's Tyler Big Boy Malloy here again, and you're tuning in to Sexy Spaces and Places.
Sexy spaces and
Right now I'm searching the web, and I'm seeing which eco lodge or tour operator would be worth my while taking a visit and doing a report on. Cavallo Point, the lodge at the Golden Gate Bridge. Interesting. It's nestled at the northern end of the Golden Gate. Let's do some further research. This place might be worth taking a visit. It looks like they have green initiatives and a green philosophy. Interesting. Let me check in with my Cavallo Point Connect, Brendan. Brendan, you there, Brendan?
Tyler, thanks for calling. You have some questions for me?
First question. I noticed you have a restaurant called Murray Circle Restaurant on site. Does Murray Circle Restaurant source their food locally? And if so, who are some of the local vendors?
Yeah, Tyler, thanks for asking that. We utilize green leaf for all of our dairy and produce. We also source directly from our local farmers and markets. Our standards is 85% of the product is sourced locally, 200 miles of the hotel.
What are some of Cavallo's future sustainable projects they're working on?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're redeploying our water reclamation system in our laundry facility. We're reclaiming the water in the laundry. This allows us to reuse the water from at least 2 rinse cycles for the first 2 wash cycles on the next load.
And how will those future practices benefit sustainability?
We'll be processing the laundry for 2 other hotels in the area. The new system will utilize the same amount of water we would have used for just Cavallo. This will generate top-line revenue for the hotel and benefit the park service with an additional $70,000 of proceeds annually to support the infrastructure.
What do you consider Cavallo's best environmental sustainable practices and green initiatives?
Well, Tyler, we source responsibly. As an example, we use large refillable amenity containers, organic sheets, green cleaning products, and environmentally safe pest control methods. Our mattresses are produced in California with organic cotton and have zip top replacements so they never end up in the landfill.
What do you consider Cavallo's best community practices?
Tyler, we support 5 local businesses through our Cavallo Point Fund with 0 administrative costs.
That's a good one.
We also allocate 10% of our inventory at substantially discounted rates for nonprofit organizations that promote education, arts, and environmental stewardship.
What are some events and activities your guests can partake in at Cavallo Lodge?
This is some of my favorite stuff right here. We offer daily yoga classes, hikes into the headlands, watercolor classes, kite flying, and a farmer's market cooking class. We're currently in the process of building an activity lawn with 2 bocce ball courts and croquet lawn and cornhole toss.
Oh, that's a fun activity. That's good. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. That's fun. I'd do it. I'd have fun doing that. Well, I guess the next stop is Cavallo Point Lodge, folks. Let's go! Let's go! Cavallo Point is stunningly situated in one of the largest and most popular urban national parks in the world, the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. The parks contain many historical and cultural sites, among them Alcatraz, Marine Headlands, Fort Mason, Muir Woods National Monument, Fort Point National Historical Sites, and the Presidio of San Francisco. With 19 unique ecosystems and 7 distinct watersheds, the parks preserve a wealth of natural treasures. Cavallo Point, named after the wild stallions that named centuries ago. Cavallo Lodge is known for its breathtaking views and its acreage of open spaces for recreation. So let's check it out and see what we can find out more about Cavallo Point. Let's go! In 1866, the U.S. military acquired this site at the fort for U.S. troops. As you could see around me, the 24 buildings on this 10-acre plot was built in the years between 1901 and 1915. These sites were still active during World War II, and it was still active during the Cold War. There's a lot of history that goes into this site, and it's a really beautiful site with all the natural views and all the spaces. So it is a really great place to be when you want to be here. Back up. Let's check out some more. Cavallo Lodge is known for its serene landscapes and lush green spaces. It's also known for its serene contentment. Listen to those Cavallero sounds. People come here to sit back, relax right underneath the nice willow trees. So kick back, sit in a chair, relax, and let the city sounds fade out. Just listen to those natural sounds and serenity. Take off your shoes, feel the grass in between the crevices of your toes, and they sit right under here, underneath the willow trees with the city skyline directly behind you. Wow, how peaceful is that? Air pollution quality and sounds and peaceful relaxation, I give it 5 Malloys. Cavallo Point Lodge is a superior destination for recreating. As I laid out in the profusely lush baby bermuda lawn in the middle of the complex, I was able to picnic with my friends and eat my favorite snacks, caramel rice cakes. That is tasty. Once I waited for a good 30 minutes after my food properly digested, I was able and ready to play. Although I wasn't able to afford and stay at Cavallo Point Lodge and join in on their all-inclusive wellness weekend of rest and relaxation, my own form of recreation was beckoning me. I found a really good spot in between 2 beautiful trees to practice my dance recital. Wow, look at me go. I also found a furry friend along the way and was able to acquire a few licks on my face. His name was Winslow. Stop, Winslow, that tickles. Lastly, I've really taken on fighting recently, and I've been practicing Muay Thai. Surprisingly, my sound guy from the crew who recorded this film, he also does some Muay Thai. So this was an opportunity for us to practice in the park. Wow, look at us go. Who will have the upper hand? It looks like I got him. My hands are like lightning. If you were to open up a bottle of lightning, that would be my hands coming out of there. Cavallo Point Lodge is really set apart from all the other eco-lodges in the Bay Area. Cavallo Point is set apart by guiding principles that focus on the environment and social ethos. Their stakeholders are proud of creating a welcoming, environmentally responsible experience for visitors while restoring historic Fort Baker for generations to come. A few of their green initiatives on their website is as such. Emphasize sustainability preservation. Renovation. Oh my god. and reuse as key elements of responsible development. They share with guests, staff, and the community their vision, approach, and rationale on sustainability. They work with suppliers to ensure their products and services reflect their ethics. They monitor and measure. They monitor and measure on a regular basis and short and long-term environmental impact of the resort and its operations. So as you can see, Cavallo Point really set their green initiative standards really high. So I give those 5 Malloys. Cavallo Point, I love you so much. And I won't forget what you've done for me, to me. Well, that about wraps it up for my stay here at Cavallo Point. So I want to thank you viewers again for watching this episode of Sexy Place and Spaces. Again, this is Tyler, Big Boy Malloy. And make sure to tune in next week for make sure to tune in next week when I stay at the resorts. And I'll be staying there for 1 week's time. So stay tuned for my next episode. Again, this is Tyler Big Boy Malloy, Sexy Place and Spaces, and I will see you next time.